Good evening. My name is Larry Lewis, and we're going to talk about a product called Red Hot Tomato. Red Hot Tomato brings simplicity and success to gardening. The problem for gardeners is that the planning process is complex. Many gardeners fail, becoming very frustrated, and the primary reason is due to the lack of knowledge. The solution is a graphically delicious freemium application that distills years of experience and knowledge, and in just a few minutes develops an organized garden plan. The benefits and differentiation of that is that it takes 10 years to learn the details and develop the knowledge base to do an efficient and comprehensive plan for a vegetable garden. Or you can spend 10 minutes with our application and develop your own plan. The market, there's 43 million vegetable gardens in the US. There's $2.5 billion in the US vegetable garden market. In 2010, seed sales grew 40%. Red Hot Tomato works. Clients in Portland paid an average of over $270 for garden services in 2011. Nearly half will repurchase annually. This weekend, 72% were surveyed and indicated a willingness to pay up to $25 to $35 for this service. We got feedback. The progress we made this weekend was that we got feedback from real customers. We validated online demand of the historical research volume, and we developed a working prototype optimization. And we're going to demo that here.
Well, let me get it set up. Here we go. This is our example demo of our product. I'm going to assume that this is facing north, but this is a top-down image of our of your farm plot potentially. We're just going to input some random numbers for it, but it'll automatically generate a optimal plot for you based on how much space you have. For this, it's 1 square foot per square for now. But as you put in your choices, we're hoping to have it give you contextual information for specifically what you have, help you generate a more optimal based on location. Well, actually, algorithm behind it will take into account position, like sun location, your local weather, maybe your soil types, depending on how much data you can accrue and put into this system, which pretty much sums it all up, I believe. Yeah, you can change the size of it or the direction. We're going to assume it's all north for now, but depending on what size of plot you want, it'll all be changeable, all be shapeable, so on and so forth. So that's it for the demo. Is there any questions?
So this is the team, and I want to especially thank Arcoma Gonzalez, who did some of our client validation from home because she became ill Friday night and stuck in there and helped us out with that. Questions?
This seems like a once-a-year activity. How do you keep the customer engaged beyond that single point of time?
The question is, how do you keep the customer engaged? Garden planning typically is once a year. The application not only does the planning, but it also does calendaring and provides reminders for when plants on the schedule should be planted. It supports successive planting. and tells you when to start checking on various things. You can have a fertilization schedule added in. So it's and also a data logging for your experience in the garden. It also provides feedback for the subsequent season, because that plant from the previous year follows over and becomes the basis for crop rotation for the following year.
Awesome. I would work that in, because that makes a lot more sense.
Plus product sales as well.
Yeah, the other, we anticipated this being, or planned to be a freemium site with basic manual kind of CAD ability as for the free model, and then the custom design implementation with a paid subscription. And with the free model, you would have some basic resources and opportunity to use affiliate revenue with seed companies, et cetera. Yes?
Have you thought about any model for making it a little more 2.0 and engaging your community and allowing them to input their expertise as well?
Yeah, one of the for the basic site, the free site, we're intending to implement a wiki for this that provides a self creating information.
Reviews here, the PR. Just some input of maybe something you need to consider. This is absolutely right for an app within Facebook. Absolutely.
Farmville. We were thinking Farmville as well. Cross-promotional items.
I don't know about that. What I'm saying is people that garden do a couple things. First of all, they talk to their friends who typically garden, and then they share their fruits of their garden with people they like and know, and family and friends and so on. So giving them a way to do that socially does two things. Clearly provides value to people where they already are, which is on Facebook, and then two, it is a growth model for your application that goes well beyond what you could do or spend from a marketing perspective. So FYI.
Thank you.
And it's pretty simple to code.
Do you have a question?
No.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, we went to TechCrunch Destruct this year, and there was at least 2 or 3 companies doing exactly this there. So I'm wondering what competitive analysis you've done and how you would differentiate yourself from those companies and, I mean, others that.
I'm not familiar with the TechCrunch candidates. There's 2 existing fairly large sites that are doing just simply the design part. They have some information, just manual, it's their online CAD programs. You can click and drag.
That's what I disliked about all of them, because I have this giant spot, but I just wanted somebody to tell me, do this there. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to, pick vegetables I like. I want someone just to do it for me. So.
Yeah, well, one approach is to sell very inexpensively online downloadable plans. We're currently doing that in my existing business, as well as detailed plans for people to build beds and irrigation systems, all digital unit sales.
What about the possibility of creating seed strips, where you basically say, okay, so here's my garden, I planned out my garden, and then you incorporate some mechanism of being able to create seed strips out of their plan, and then send them seed strips, so you might have a revenue model there.
Yeah, that was one of the affiliate linkages we talked about with the seed vendors. Yeah.
Any other questions from the judges? Nope. One
I
more.
just had a little bit of feedback. I thought you heard Ken Weston talk about kind of larger trends. I think it would be great for you guys to capitalize on sort of the fear around, really talk about the growth in local, sustainable.
Organic.
Yeah, exactly. And the fear of big companies and big farms and.
Yeah, our business in 2009 when we started was right after the initiation of the recession, and we saw a real spike. And I think I attribute that a lot to the fear of uncertainty and also the rising prices of quality food today.
All right, good job.